Hello, hello, hello. Miss Daylight Clay here today. And how are you doing? I'm doing fine. Thanks so much for asking. And I hope that everything is well with you. Yes, yes, yes. And today, let me go back here. I went on a family, rendezvous where we had all the family together and we had a beautiful time. I must say that I really enjoyed myself. It was so amazing. It was so amazing. So I've been back home, I guess, for about 4 days and trying to get things back in order. However, I had to clean out my kitchen, clean out my refrigerator, clean out my freezer, because I always cook, what I like to eat, and sometimes there's leftovers. And I give you a prime example of what I'm talking about. My pot is over there, it's boiling, and I'm going to show you what I'm cooking in a minute. I did a beef brisket, okay, and when I did the beef brisket, I took it to a family members of mine's house, and they smoked it in their smoker. It was delicious. Prior to me taking it there, I cut off the skin. There was some meat, and I cut off the fat. Okay, and also what I had also at my house, I had smoked a whole pork loin, the big boy with the bone in it. Okay. And so I cut the bone out with some meat on it, and I put it in my freezer. So I had the beef brisket meats with the fat, and I had the pork loin with the bone in. Okay. So when I got back home, I had been wanting some greens. So. And I remember, I'm going to cook my greens here today. But I remember, growing up as a child, my grandparents and sometimes my mother, I don't know if this happened in your home or not, but they would take the bones and they would take the fat and then they would boil it down. And once they boil it down, then they would take the bones out and then they would add their beans, or they would add their greens or cabbage or whatever was on the menu for that day. They would do that. So once I came back home and I had this beef brisket in my freezer, I had this pork bones in my freezer. So yesterday I boiled that for about 6 hours. I just boiled it till the meat fell off the bone. Yes, I did. So I bought some greens. I got some turnip greens, I got some collard greens, and I got some kale. So the pot is still over here boiling, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. And I'm going to add my greens to that stock. But I'm going to take the bones out. We don't need bones, right? I'm going to take the bones out. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. So this is my Sunday dinner. I said I was going to come on and start doing Sunday dinner. It's sort of a Sunday dinner, but it's me utilizing what's in my kitchen. Getting rid of the old, not throwing it away, but, finding a different way to prepare or to cook it. So, with that being said, I am happy to be back. I had an amazing time. I hope that all is well with you. All is well with me. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for viewing. I love you guys. Thank you. And I am happy to be back. And in the meantime, just remember, you don't need a ticket to ride with me. It's free. It's free. You don't need a ticket to ride with me. It's free. It's free. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. It's free. Hit the like button, babies. It's free. It's free. So I thank you so much. And again, in a couple of my other videos, and maybe some video to come, I'm going to do a giveaway because it's been almost a year for me since I've been on YouTube. And I'm excited about it, that I'm still in there. I'm excited about that. So I'm going to turn the camera down and I'm going to show you what I'm doing with the old school. I mean, I really don't cook my greens like this today. I really like my greens like sauteed, you know, and some of our families are, you know, they would boil their greens, you know, they would boil it in a beef stock. And today I like to cook my greens sauteed, but I'm trying something new today, y'all. I mean, it's not new to me. Might be, I mean, wait. Cut. I'm going to do my greens a different way today. How about that? I'm going to do it a different way, okay? So, how you doing? I miss you guys. I hope you guys miss me too. I really miss you guys. But I had a great time. I really had a great time. I'm back at home. I'm back at work. Things are almost normal again. Yes. So, okay, y'all. I have my greens sitting over here in water, you know, and they're being, you know, soaked in salt and stuff like that. So I have my greens over there. Okay, and I have this pot boiling right here. And so we're going to get into detail about this pot of meat that I got over here with the beef brisket and with the pork that I got boiling over here. And I got other things on the table, you know, that I'm going to have for dinner. I'm going to prepare these greens right now. And when everything is done, I will be back when we sit at my table. I have some pinto beans with carrots, and I'll show you that because I'm just doing old school today. I have turkey necks in my pinto beans, and I have smoked turkey necks in my pinto beans, and I have some diced carrots in my pinto beans. I have some rice here just in case I want to have, and I love red beans and rice. So I have some rice, I have some baked chicken in the oven, I have some cornbread in the oven, and what we're working on right now, and I also have a vegetable tray. But we're working on right now, we're going to work on these greens. So once these greens get done, we're going to sit down to eat. Okay? So let me get started. And I got to be very careful because I got my camera right here and I'm dealing with a lot of water. Yes. So let me turn the camera down and let me show you what I'm working with. So we're going to turn the camera down. Okay. And this is what I'm going to do the greens in. So, okay, so let me show you. And they are so wet, so I got to be careful that I don't damage anything. Okay? And yeah, I could have pre-cut these greens before, but I didn't want to. I wanted to cut them on camera. And the reason why is because a lot of times people do not use the stems, you know, and people in my family, they don't use the stems. They just, you know, pick their greens like this. Just pick them, like so, you know, and they throw the stems away. Well, I don't do that because I heard and learned that most of the vitamins and minerals and the things that are best for you are in the stem. So I'm just going to show you how I'm doing the old school fashioned way greens, you know, and like I say, I do not cook my greens like this often, but because I had all those leftover bones and all the leftover fat, I'm like, this is what I'm going to do. So I am going to cut some of the stems off. I'm not going to cut a lot. I'm going to cut it right there. Okay, and then I'm going to continue to cut. And I know sometimes they say, you know, it's better to just, you know, basically brush them, you know, like just not cut them and let the knife, you know, do the damage to the vegetables. Sometimes people just, you know, pick them or prick them. But I'm going to cut them, you know, just to save time. And I don't think it's going to be bad. I don't think it's going to hurt me or anything like that. But I'm going to cut my greens. And I do one stalk at a time. And Like I say, some people pick them, but in this case, because I have this delicious stock, I'm gonna do it just like this. I'm gonna put it in this colander over here. Put it in this colander. And those are collard greens. Those are collards. Okay, and also what I have, let me drain all this water off. Let me drain this water before I bring it over there. We don't want to cause damage. Okay, so now these are the turnip greens. These are turnip greens, okay? So we're going to cut that off, okay? And the same thing. I'm going to leave some stalk on my greens. Like I say, sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. But for this recipe, I'm cooking it like my mama and my grandmama used to cook it. They would say you need those stalks. Those stalks are where most of the nutritions are. Okay, so that's, you know, and then too, when you go to a lot of restaurants and stuff like that, you know, people are so, you know, picky about food these days that they don't really want the stock. You know, I have some chefs in my family and they like to cook their greens without the stock. But me, you know, I like to add a little stock to my greens. So these are the turnips. So I got the collards in there, and I'm doing mixed greens. Okay, so we got the turnips. Okay, and I wasn't able to find any turnip bottoms. I love turnip bottoms in my greens, but because I have so much to go in these greens, you know, I'm happy with what I got. You know, I'm happy with what I got because I think these greens are going to be delicious, particularly with that stock. I mean, it's not water. It is water, but basically, you know, it's like a lot of flavor. So here comes, and I have kale. Okay, so let me bring it over gently, because my camera is sitting right there. And this, oh, no, yes, no, yes. This is the kale. So we're gonna take the paper off, and like I say, I had these greens, you know, sitting in water with salt, you know, and things like that. So, if you can only smell that beef, you'll see it smoke. I'll take the top off. Yeah, if you could only smell it. I'm going to show it to you. So this is a lot of stock. These are a lot of stalks. I don't like a lot of stock. But I do like stalks in my greens. Yes, I do. Okay, so now I'm going to cut these the same way that I cut the collards and the turnips. And you see the kale has a little bit more stalk. So these are some vegetables that I love to eat, and I can't wait till I sit down and eat this. Because like I say, I've been gone for a while. I haven't been cooking much. I've been just eating what's readily available. And I'm going to enjoy this meal. Okay? I'm going to enjoy it. Okay, guys. I had to turn the camera off momentarily because me washing the greens and all the water, it had started to, you know, do its own thing. You know how water does. It travels, and I didn't want it to travel into my camera. So let me turn the camera back down. And these are the washed greens, turnips, collards, and kale that I'm going to add. So I'm going to sit this over to the side because I want to show you something else. Sit that over to the side. Okay. And I got to kind of pretty much keep it dry over here, you know. so that I don't damage anything. Okay, so now, let me get this here. I just want to show you this, if I can. I'm going to pick this up. Hot to cha-cha, hot to cha-cha, hot to cha-cha. I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to sit it right there. Okay? Because this is the stock that I was talking about. And I know you can't see it, but I'm going to let you see this, child. Okay, so look. Let's see. Let me turn the pot down. So, you see those bones? Those bones been cooking for days. Well, not for days, but I know they have been cooking. Ooh, child. See what I mean? About the, because I don't normally do this with the liquids. But I had to show you, and the reason why I had to show you is because this is a special thing for me, and I want to show it to you. Okay, so let me see what I'm going to do. I got to go downstairs, not downstairs, but down here. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. So I don't have that second camera right now. So, but let me see if I can do it like this. Do it like this, so I don't waste the juice everywhere. Because I want to show you. I can't do that. So, anyhow, let's try something new. Okay, so this is the pot that I have been boiling the pork bone. There's the pork bone. And I have all the meat has fallen off the bone. All the meat, and like I say, I cooked this for at least 6 hours because the beef brisket has a lot of fat. There's a piece of fat right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to take the bones out. Okay? Take the bones out, and the bones are pretty much clean. This was the, let's get it in there and wipe it off. Get all that, and it still has some meat on the bone. This was the pork bone. And so I cooked it for so long, you know, and all the meat is off the bone. I mean, the bone marrow might be delicious. The bone marrow might be delicious, but that's the pork bone, okay? That's the pork bone that I cooked, okay? And then we got more bones. Here's another bone, and like I said, the bones are pretty much clean. Clean. I mean, you couldn't suck that with the straw. I mean, like, for real. Let me get something else a little bit easier to take these bones out. Okay? And here's another bone. Here's another bone. And I just cooked all the meat off them bones. We got more bones? Okay. And here's another bone. Here's another bone. This is how my grandparents used to cook their foods. You mean, they would use the bone marrow, the bones, you know, to season their food. There's another bone. Okay? And I'm taking some of this fat out too, and that's the beef brisket, and it has some meat on it, and it's a lot of fat. Well, I'm taking this out because I want my greens to be delicious. Here's another bone. Here's another bone. So, as you can see, I boiled this meat. I boiled it and I boiled it. And there's still some. Okay, there's another bone. Here's another bone. And with this type of recipe, you can do beans, greens, pasta. If you have some leftover bones, you know, a lot of people throw it away. I don't throw mine away. I don't. I freeze it and then I try to utilize it. because it gives so much flavor to the food. So much flavor to the food. So, I got all the bones out, and I do want to get some of the fat out because it's a lot of fat. I like fat on me, you know, but I don't really like it in my food. So, but anyway, so here's another piece of meat right here, and I believe this is a piece of the beef brisket. Cha-cha-cha-cha, y'all. So I'm just going to taste it because the flavor is so delicious. And this is what I'm going to put my greens in. Oh my. Oh. Here's another bone. And I definitely want all the bones out, because I don't want to be chewing on the greens and it's a bone. All this is meat. All that is meat. I felt another bone. There it is right there. There's another bone. But everything in here is beef brisket and pork. And I'm going to try to show you the sauce and what it looks like and how much meat is in here. Okay? This is so good, y'all. I got my fingers in here, y'all. This is so good. This is a piece of brisket. Okay. Here's a nice string of beef brisket right here. Who's hungry? I know I am. Okay. So, I'm going to put... Is that a bone? Oh, no. That's pork. Sorry, y'all. However, I'm done tasting. There's a bone. But I do want to get all the bones out. There's a bone. Where'd it go? Okay, there's a bone. I got some onions in here too as well. And then, like I say, there's some fat in here. I'm not a fan of fat. I'm not. But again, this is what it looks like once it has cooked down. And you can see the gelatin. You can see the consistency of the meat. Okay? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put it back on the stove. And then I'm going to add my greens. Okay? Okay. So, we got the bones. So these are the bones, y'all. And these were the bones. See how clean that bone is? See how clean that bone is? Clean that bone is. Yeah, I cooked that meat till it fell out the bone. So, ooh, excuse me, burping now, that meat. Okay. Okay. So, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to put this pot back, back on the stove. Over here to the high heat. Ooh, it's a little bit spicy, not a lot though. Okay. And like I said before, I got some baked chicken in the oven. So, Here is the baked chicken. Yes, yes, yes. And I got some sweet cornbread. Yes, 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 yes. And I got some rice to go with my red beans and rice. And I have some pinto beans with carrots and turkey necks. So I got some pinto beans, woo, carrots, and turkey necks. Smoked turkey necks, y'all. Okay? Okay. So as soon as the greens get done, it'll be time to eat, y'all. It'll be time to eat. So I'm going to turn this back up. Oh, that's the front. It's down below. That's the front. Bam. And that's that. Bam. I am so happy you joined me today. And again, once these greens get done, I'm going to sit down at my table and we're going to eat. So, see you soon. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.